This is the reality. We're gonna jump in it. We're gonna
talk about whatever you want. We back, right?
Miss Tiffany.
Yeah.
This is we on?
Sean, how's it going?
It's going great.
I meant to call you because I normally do a pre-screen before we get here, so I see how you can like maneuver.
We getting all this.
And the whole nine. I do apologize for not doing that.
I'm blushing because I'm used to interviewing people. I'm not used to being. I'm not.
You'll make it 8.
Oh my God, I'm not a hoe.
That has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with being a hoe.
I'm not a hoe. I don't. I'm not thirsty for no D.
I panicked.
Stop.
I panicked when that nigga said that shit.
There you go.
Shut up.
LA, run. Let's run it. We gonna get started. We going. Hey.
Wait.
Since we already started.
Wait. What? All right. Come on. Let's go.
Since we already started. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. The Uncivil War podcast with me.
Who?
Karma.
Okay.
AKA Karma Don.
Okay.
AKA Karma Chameleon.
Okay.
AKA Karma Donis.
Okay.
AKA Karma Kazi.
Okay.
AKA Karma Sutra, depending on how I feel.
How you feeling?
And AKA Naskanamini Pop Shot Chabini. You already know that guy.
D Trill.
D Trill.
There he is.
D Trill. D Trill. Hey. All right. We back.
All right.
And if he kept the first 5 minutes or whatever, you already know what it is. This is the Uncivil War podcast. We have a guest with us. Very strong woman.
No,
I would just tell you that.
Y'all shook her hand
She's
and I
a
was
strong woman. You're like,
no.
you can let my grass little too tight.
Christ.
No, very strong woman. I'm gonna let her introduce herself because if I introduce her wrong, she gonna let me know. She gonna be like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think you should introduce me.
Let's see it.
No, I'm allowing you to introduce yourself.
My name is
I introduce myself every day on my show.
Let's do it.
Tiffany Real.
Thank you.
Real.
Look, man.
Not the fake Tiffany. Tiffany
the
real
one.
Let's go.
There's a lot of Tiffany's out there, but we don't fuck with nothing but the real one.
That's right. Tiffany Real, not Tiffany Bootleg.
Ooh.
I am Tiffany Real, creator and host of The Groove with Tiffany Real and One Night Stand with Tiffany Real.
I like it.
Hey, thank you for coming by. And
thank you for inviting me.
Time with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Tiffany, why are you real? Like, what? You, I know you far back, so I want to make sure you got a show now. Come on now.
I know.
We ain't gonna pick that up.
Yeah. You know mic position, and we didn't get a chance to do mic check.
So Tiffany, what got you started with your show? Like, first of all, tell us about your show. How did it start? Let's get into all of that.
So I guess you can rewind the tape to 3 years ago. There was a radio host that was scrolling through Facebook and he saw my video.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a live at the time and he DM'd me. He was like, yo, you should be in radio. Yeah, you got a great radio voice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can I curse? I said, who's this N-word in my doggone DM?
Right.
So,
right.
You was asking us, could you curse?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, good.
Crazy?
So I was like, who is this nigga in my DM talking about you got a good radio voice? And so he kept pushing, yo, you should be in radio. So I ignored him. 2 years ago, we met in person. I didn't like him. And he was still saying the same thing. And then he reached out to me last year and he was like, yo, I know you're doing this, but could you please do a segment for me? All you got to do, we'll call you 8 minutes of your day. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Cool.
Right.
All right. Monday came, I did it. Tuesday came, I did it. Wednesday, he was like, yo, how quick can you get here?
Right.
And then I became his co-host and show producer.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So then.
Can you say his name? Shout out to... Okay, never mind.
I can say his name.
No?
Shout out to Ray Daniels.
Okay.
Ray Daniels, because he gave me the opportunity because I wasn't really thinking about doing this.
Right.
And but the relationship was toxic. So the week of Thanksgiving last year, I left, and the owner of Be Soul Radio.
How toxic?
Very toxic.
Oh man.
You want to get into it? I mean,
it was like being in an abusive relationship.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
like being in one, or was it?
Huh?
From your side or his side?
Probably both. Because he was a bitch ass nigga, so it was hard being around
shit.
him.
Wow.
He was.
Ray personally. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you
That's
this.
fine.
How you gonna apologize?
Oh, damn.
He.
So, well, I'm gonna ask one more question.
Okay.
Was it like being in one, or was it being in one?
Negro, it was being in one.
We didn't have a personal relationship at all.
Okay.
It was strictly business.
Got it.
But he was impossible to be with. If it wasn't
Got
the
it.
sexual innuendos and stuff like that, it
Yeah.
was just too much.
So
Right.
it never became sexual.
Right.
Okay.
So it was too much to bear. So I left the week of Thanksgiving
Mhm.
and I was given an opportunity to have my own show on Be So Radio. So that's how the groove came to be.
Hey.
hmm
The groove came to you, and how's the groove? Like, what? Explain that.
So I love music,
Mm-hmm.
preferably old school R&B and hip hop.
Nice.
So I play music from the 70s on up, and I talk. I have guests on, and I love interviewing people from the 90s. I'm going to be doing my show with High Five, Mo
Nice.
Steph,
Dope.
MC Shan.
Dope.
Who else who I had? Men at Large I did a couple weeks ago.
Yo, I
So-
almost forgot about Men at Large.
Yeah, they got new music coming out.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
Gina Thompson, who
Gina
did that thing you
Thompson.
do with me.
I already know.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, I interview farmers, black farmers, credit people.
Nice.
I try to
Nice,
keep
nice.
it.
Yo,
black.
you know what my favorite '90s joint is?
What?
Candy Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
you
your
know what I'm
favorite
talking about?
90s
Yeah.
joint?
I
You
love
talking about
that.
Soul
So
for
for
Real?
real.
Hey, you want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because it's tied to a situation. It's always tied to a situation. Yo, I actually remember being on a MARTA bus, going to see this girl, yo. I couldn't have been no more than like 17, if that.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the Walkman?
Walkman.
The joint was like,
he dating himself.
yeah, well, who cares?
I'm gonna give me another one.
Yeah, I know that people still got those. The
That shit
joint was playing Candy Rain, dog, and I only had one tape, and I actually recorded over the shit that I wanted, and it was Candy Rain that I.
Oh,
Yo,
damn.
So I was stuck with that on the ride, man, and
Damn.
it was way I was coming from Bankhead all the way to like who knows. And man, yo, I actually I
that
was like
became-
15, and I had to go back home, and there's some wild shit happened at that girl's house, by the way, with her brothers, and it was some crazy shit. But
okay.
that's
another show.
That's another show. I only had that song, and whenever I hear it now, I be like, damn. Songs are all right. Exactly.
Yeah.
A song is always tie you to like another thing, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite joint? What's your favorite joint?
Period.
I mean, just what's some joints you like? 90s joint,
90s joint.
80s.
I love New Edition. They my number ones.
I love New Edition.
Yeah, that's my
Matter
favorite
of fact,
group,
I'm
actually.
dedicating Thursday to them on both of
Yeah.
my shows.
Yo, my
Um,
favorite New Edition song is "If It Isn't Love."
I don't like when people do that.
I'm sorry.
When I don't like when people do that. When they say their favorite song, it's always a song that everybody knows.
I like that. I like it for the video though.
Okay,
Mm.
my
It's the
favorite,
video, it's the imagery that did it.
my favorite New Edition
what's the matter?
song. What? What's the problem?
Dog, you got to get a mic because people be like, "What?"
That's just like when Michael Jackson died, right? They said, "What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?" Beat It, Billie Jean, Thriller, blah blah blah. Like he has 1,000 songs, and
Right,
that's
this
the
is
only
true.
songs you know.
I like Keeping in the Closet
No,
and
man,
PYT.
that's
I like PYT
Keep it in
actually.
the closet.
I like the PYT remix
Dog, I
for Will
want
I
to
Am.
sample that shit for a song.
Keep It in the
Keep It in the
Closet.
Closet is the best Michael Jackson
Yeah,
song.
it's in my top 3.
Keep It in the Closet is to me
And it's
the
underrated.
best
And it's
underrated
underrated.
Michael Jackson song.
And Liberian Girl too.
Liberian Girl.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
man.
a hot one.
But Keep It in the Closet though, yo.
Yeah.
Who wrote that, son?
No, I think my favorite, I think, is Who Is It? That's a hot song.
Oh,
That's a good
That's
one
a
too.
hot
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
hot
one too.
song.
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
because the shit he was saying in that song,
Yeah. Yo, did you see the
he's telling
video?
the damn
Yeah,
story.
it
The
is.
video is wild.
Yeah.
Yo, if you go to the video, if you go to the YouTube and check the comments in the videos, it's some it's like some real like esoteric comments in that joint, yo.
Yeah. So look. We're gonna get back, but you see when you say New Edition, man, I'm sorry. That's my favorite group as well.
I know, cause Ron your boy.
Ron is
Ron's
my
your
boy,
boy,
and
yeah.
Ralph and Ron are my peoples. But New Edition and Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, of course.
Those are my two favorite now, and they're different eras. You know what I'm saying? So, but your show.
Yes.
Tell us more about this show. Like, what are some of the guests you had on your show? Tell us about
So I have all types of people as guests on my show because, I'm Team Black. And,
so what does that mean?
that means that,
What does that mean?
That means
I'm
that,
Team Black. What does that mean?
if I have a
to me.
platform, I feel like it's my job to entertain as well as educate. So
Right.
I had a doctor on my program, and she
Okay.
has an organization for female Black farmers because they tried to shut out the Black farmers.
Mhm.
I've had credit repair
Black
people.
farmer from Georgia, or
It's an international organization.
okay.
So the physician, she's had this organization for 13 years, and
Right.
it's global. They
Nice,
have land where
nice,
you can go
nice.
and you can grow your own food and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
So I have people like that. I have
Salute to that. Black farmers.
yeah, because you got to grow your own food nowadays because we're being killed. Go home and get some bread and see how long it takes for it to mold.
Not on a bigger scale as that, but my ex is a black farmer, and my kids know how to farm. They actually know how to farm.
Which ex?
You know what I'm talking. You know the ex.
Okay. You'll tell me later. I don't know.
Well, I just said my kids know how to farm, so it gotta be
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That's great.
the ex.
I
The ex.
actually, them my people too.
Yeah.
I fuck with her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I also have musical guests on as well. And like I was saying before, I had Gina Thompson, MC Shan, Cujo, of course. From
That's
Goody
my
Mob.
dude.
Man,
Cujo.
Yeah.
that's your people. That's your
love
people.
Yeah, as a matter of
Cujo's my
fact,
favorite Goody Mob member. People be
Yeah.
like, I mean, look, no shade to none of the other ones. I love all of them niggas. But when I hear Goody, the signature sound of Goody Mob to me is that I woke up in the morning. And that's that right there. It's not even CeeLo. Yeah, man. Yo, Cujo Goody was the reason why I kept showing up for Goody Mob. I thought the other ones were really good, but I was drawn. Cujo is just my kind of dude.
and can I just give him a shout out too? Because when I first started my show, I was actually gonna do The Groove, and then on Saturday do Sleeping on Tiffany Real.
Okay.
And the very first guest that I interviewed was Cujo. And I was like, I know you busy and stuff like that. You can call in or whatever. He was like, nah, I want the whole experience. He came to the studio, chopped it
Cujo's
up.
solid.
Afterward. He a real solid dude.
They all solid to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cujo. Shout out to Todd Franklin. Also, I know Cujo and Todd.
Todd's my friend too.
That's my dude. Yo, me and Todd was in the second grade together.
Yeah, I just talked to Todd the other day.
No. Nobody goes back farther than
No,
me.
you don't.
No, seriously. I was me and Todd with the boy in elementary.
Yeah.
We used to be running in the woods and shit as kids together.
We worked
He
together.
from Perry Home.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not. As LA will say. I know. Sometimes we get into that whole you wasn't poor.
Yeah. I just talked to him on the phone the
fuck
other
I
day.
was.
Yesterday, I think.
He's you suburban? You suburban?
I was not from the suburb, dog. I was not.
Road.
Do you not realize that Perry Homes and where I live in Perry Homes was separated by bushes? I did not. I did not.
Bro.
I did not.
All right.
I'm fucking with him.
He fucking with me. You can't call him LA shit.
Testing the street gangster and shit.
Yeah,
but
no, well, you can't.
he trying to revoke your card, man. Look, Trill's real.
Introduce me to Cujo.
Todd, what?
He was walking
Yeah,
dogs.
man, Todd. Yo,
Sipping-
man, Todd
sipping
go away.
lattes.
Actually, Todd's gonna be on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be on. I've been in correspondence with him for a couple of weeks though. I'm just waiting for him to free up.
Yeah, I just talked to him like 2 days ago.
That's my guy.
Let me ask you something. So, what is your favorite part about doing the show? Like, what is it about the show that just,
I love when people tell me that they enjoy whenever they come to the, they tell me they love the music because that's my first passion is the music.
Right.
They love the content. I just appreciate people paying attention.
Right.
Because, when I'm also a published author. And when I tend to do things, it's like when I had Moke and Steph on my show.
Yeah.
And I asked them, when you guys were hot, how did it feel? And they said, when you're in it, you don't realize it because you're doing the work. You're going to the concerts. You're doing all these things. So for me, I'm in it.
Right.
So to me, it's just work. I'm going to the studio, blah, 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 blah. But when people actually tell me, just like you guys inviting me over for the show, okay, people, somebody's paying attention. So
Absolutely.
Then I take the time and say, okay, so maybe
I told you I was
making a little
trolling your
impact.
page. Yeah, you are, and I'm sure that has to feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's what keeps you, right? Like that's the motivating.
Yeah, because my show's relatively new. It just started the first of the year.
Okay.
So for people to be paying attention,
right?
It means something to me.
Right.
Not in a cocky way or anything, but it just shows that my hard work pays off.
Right.
Because I do overnight. I produce my show now. I work really hard.
Right.
On my show.
That's what's up. Before that show, what were you doing?
Before I got into radio, I was transporting vehicles all over the place. I drove transit for MARTA for 10 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I was a transportation junkie.
What?
Nice.
What?
So
For how long? How long did you do that?
So I've been in transportation since 2004.
Okay.
And I was driving motor coaches when COVID hit. So then that shut down.
Right.
So then
you were driving motor coaches before COVID hit, right? Okay.
And then when COVID hit,
you kind of had to.
I started transporting vehicles all over the country.
Right.
So I've been to all the states except Maine.
Wow. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Give me 2 things that motivate you the most.
The ancestors and my children.
You went back, then you went forward. I like that.
Past and the future.
Past and the future.
What about the present motivates you? I want to know that. What about this time right now? What do you look at right now? And your kids, I get that because they're the present and the future, but take them out. What motivates you right now today?
I don't know.
I mean, take your time. I just want to know.
You spend so much
I'm curious.
time. You spend so much time. My oldest child is 31. My baby is 16.
Yeah.
So you spend so much time.
And you look like you younger than your oldest.
Yeah.
You look like you younger than your oldest. That's crazy. So LA over there got jokes. No, I'm dead ass serious. And anybody looking at her will say the same thing.
No, you're right.
That's 1,000. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you spend so many years focusing on other people.
Where's the lie?
Hey,
you
man,
can't
come
focus
don't
on yourself. So to be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Okay. I mean, that's an honest answer.
I don't know.
But you did say your ancestors and your
but
children.
I strive to live every day for the ancestors and when I say that, I say, my loved ones that passed.
Yeah.
My son.
Right.
I lost a son to epilepsy. He was 23 years old when he died in 2015.
I'm sorry.
But I also do it for those that survived in order for us to live. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I live each day for them. I don't,
Do you believe you can communicate to them and they communicate to you?
I really do. I feel like when I don't have the strength to keep going,
right.
I feel like they give me that strength because I know that I owe them.
Do they show their presence to you in different ways?
I can't say they show it in a
You
different
like
way,
you like a
but-
medium, dog.
Yeah,
Yo,
but
you ask everybody that.
but
You know why? Because I'm really intrigued by that.
You are.
And I have experience. You know, I have
no, I-
but
experience.
you know
So
what?
that's why
I will say this though, because I don't really see, the spooky thing, but I will say that
Yeah.
there's been people that
Spooky.
there's been people that have come into my life
Right.
like 8 years ago
Mm-hmm.
when I was driving from MARTA.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the train station, Candler Park train station.
Right.
And this guy came up to me and he said, I'm not riding your bus. He said, but I was on the bridge and I saw you and you have a light around you. He said, you're going to do great things in the future. He said, I don't know what it is, but I felt like I needed to come and tell you that.
Wow.
Then I've had conversations with people and they'll be
Wow.
right there. And then next thing you know, they just disappear.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
I do know what you're saying because it happens to me a lot.
So, and then I'm able to see some.
Because they're happening to you a lot?
Yeah.
And I've had dreams and stuff like that, or I'll say things out loud and things will happen and stuff like that. So if that's what you mean, I have those type of experiences, but
You know I'm tapped in. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I ask, I hate the surface questions. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get deeper. You know what I mean? I feel like, as far as you saying people telling you have a light around you, when I first saw you, same thing. I felt the same way. I felt like you had a light. Now, I didn't look into it and be like, oh, this person's enlightened or there's something. But I did say, wow, like your presence was strong to me. You know what I'm saying? When I walked up on you. So, I was like, wow, so yeah, Trill, what's on your mind, man? Talk to the people.
Hey man, somebody just text me a viewer question. You heard that?
Oh my
You heard that
God.
ding?
You know what? Let me tell you something about these viewer questions.
I don't know how they know we recorded.
So Tiffany,
yes.
so we're obviously not live, it's pre-recorded, right?
Right.
It's weird, though.
However, they know when we're on.
We're recording.
They know when we're on. We put posts out. Yeah, we about to go. We about to hit.
I just did an hour-long live
We did a
on the
live.
way
I
here
hopped
talking
on.
about how. So yeah,
Hopped on. However, we get a lot of viewer questions,
and guess what, Tiffany?
and there are a lot of relationship questions
you
too
get
that
to
we
answer
get.
this one.
Okay.
All right, so what's the question,
This question is from Janet, and she wants to know
Miss Jackson?
if you're nasty.
Depending on how I feel,
How-
Karma Sutra. No, look, go ahead.
She wants to know, do you think most people are in relationships for the status or for the feeling of being loved? That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Do you? And I let me tell you what I think before anybody jump in.
For
I think status. I think a lot of people,
status meaning
the way they're being seen. You know, oh, you're 31 and you're not married and whoop de whoop. You know, a lot of people they think that because I'm in a relationship, I am being viewed favorably.
right.
And whether or not you're in a good relationship or in a bad relationship has a lot to do with whether or not that's valid or not. You know what I'm saying?
No, keep going.
I feel like that's a good question because I think a lot of people don't qualify relationships properly.
Right.
We don't look at it like, all right, what do I need? What do I want? What does this person have to offer? You know what I'm saying?
You think that's the proper way to qualify a relationship?
I wasn't done.
I'm listening. Is you finished or is you done? It don't matter. We're gonna interrupt. I'm gonna let you finish, but go ahead.
They look a lot of things. What does this person have to offer? What does this person? What's the light at the end of the tunnel for this person?
Right.
What's the light at the end of the tunnel for this person in regards to me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of questions go unanswered. A lot of things. What they do in a lot of cases, they say, A, B, C, D, and E is good enough. My friends get to see me this way.
So, again, do you think that is qualifying a relationship? Asking those questions?
I think that's part of it.
What do you think?
Well, first I want to give a shout out to my parents because they just celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary.
Shot.
45th.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
And of course, they've
There
been
you go.
together
The other
48
song.
years, 40, almost 50 years. So I think marriage is a farce, one, especially in today's standards, because back in the day, if we went based on the standards of today, nobody would be married.
All right.
Because back in the day, you were broke. You got with somebody who was willing to put food on the table. You got somebody that was willing to take care of the kids. You guys came together and you made it work. My parents had me as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're
Yep.
still together. They honored the commitment.
Yep.
I remember when they were in their 20s and they would get into arguments and say they wanted to get a divorce and stuff. And they would they would even ask us, who do you want to live with?
Right.
They never separated. They never divorced. And 40-something years later,
Right.
they're together.
They took their commitment. They
Right.
took those vows
Right.
like serious.
Let me
But-
ask you this: Do you think what you just said? Do you say that in general terms when you say marriage is a farce? Generally,
Marriage is a farce because
generally,
because if you make a commitment, if
She said generally.
I think a lot of women want to be married just to say they have a husband. I don't think they don't. I don't think they really look at
So going back to the question, status, just to say,
marriage is like people think marriage is a magic pill. If you arguing with somebody every
but
day,
that don't make it a farce.
it is a farce.
What about the ones that work?
It's a farce.
What about the ones that work?
For the ones that work, that's fine. But the ones that don't
Yo,
work,
those are
over
unicorn
50
relationships. Those are unicorn.
over 50% of marriages end in divorce.
56.
You said
It's
over
56. It is over. Pull it up.
So you do.
You know
so
that's
you
the
do
fact
realize
checker.
that 44% of them do work. So,
Okay.
so 44%.
Whoa.
Wait.
Hear about them.
Triz,
I just want to finish this. I just want to finish this.
44 do work.
If 44% of
Mm-hmm.
anything
Triz
works,
not
that
eat,
automatically makes it not a farce.
Trill.
It's a farce. In the black community, it's a farce. A lot of people get married for the wrong reasons.
Right. About the statistics is
What she right about
Well,
it
I
being a
knew
farce?
that.
Yeah, she what? No, we didn't.
I
We
know
never
the
disputed that, but
statistics,
she
yeah.
right about it being a farce.
if you
That's my only thing. I don't.
if you go by science, then if you go by the stats,
If you go by the stats,
then yeah, marriage is
LA says, yeah, marriage is some bullshit if you go by some stats.
The people, like you said earlier, it's 38% of marriages work.
Right.
So some people-
Oh man! Don't you realize that a lot of the divorces are white? We can't put colors on this shit. But well, we only 12%.
Well, yeah, it's statistically you can.
We're
Statistically-
only 12% of the fucking population.
and that makes it worse because we 65% divorce rate in the black.
And
Okay,
the last time I
so-
checked, 70% of the
That-
households were
but
head by
that-
single
but
black
that
women.
don't- but
You got
that's
Trill
still-
sitting up properly
but
with
that
his
don't-
back straight.
I'm thinking of these women if they got one for it. You gotta stop calling
I'm
yourself single.
I'm talking about, well, if you go to the Christian community, a Christian will say if you're not married, you're single. So that opens up another door. So all I'm saying is that a lot of women, they want to be married. They want to be able to have a ring and stuff
Yeah.
because they think, but at the same time, when you get married, because I've only been married once, happily divorced since 2005.
Me too, happily divorced.
But what I'm
All right,
saying
Titan.
is,
All right.
if you
You've only
say
heard it 19
for better
times.
or for worse, but when worse comes, you're out the door. So therefore, why
When
even
worse comes, you
bother?
out.
Yeah, why even bother getting married?
Okay, so
Well,
Get the mic, get the mic,
see, now
LA,
that
get the mic.
I don't agree with that. Like I don't like. Well, I'm not feeling that statement because why get married? Because you want to take that chance. Maybe some people really feel like, yo, this
But
shit
if
might
you're
work.
going
I know
to-
the odds are stacked
But
against
what
you.
I'm saying, me and you get married, right?
Yeah.
Do it today.
Today?
Here's the thing.
You said what?
If I marry you,
today.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That means as long as you tell me the truth, I can handle whatever shit you throw at me.
Okay.
If you cheat, if you do this, if you do that, as long as we communicate,
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't divorce my ex-husband for cheating.
Right.
I divorced him for lying about it
Right.
and then being an asshole husband.
Yeah. My
So
divorce.
cheating
my
was
divorce
cool?
didn't end in
I didn't
with
like fucking his ass
infidelity. or
anyway.
nothing.
Hold on. Okay, so statistics.
Wow.
50% of marriages ended in divorce.
It should be over.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
That means that half the people that got married in 2021 divorced now.
That's fine. But half of them didn't.
But okay. But it is estimated that if those people get married again, 60% of those are going to end in divorce. And if they divorce those people, about a third, every time you get married, it get worse and worse. The statistics go worse and worse. Only 27% of third marriages experience the same.
It's not for the faint of heart. But look,
Would you get married again?
I would never say never, but I'm saying I'm not. That's not on my mind. Like that's not on my
Cut the
agenda.
shit. You're not interested in it.
I would never. Yeah.
You're
No,
not
I'm not
interested in it.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not interested. But I'm saying I would never say never. I'm not saying I wouldn't meet somebody that I would feel that way about.
I think if you was.
Let me tell you something. The woman that I felt I would marry after my divorce passed away.
That's not her. That's not that. You can't.
So
we can't
I
count that
did
against
feel
her.
that way. I did feel that way.
Right.
After being divorced. I felt that way again about somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say I never say never. But after that person passed away.
Does your criteria for marriage go?
What happened?
Research has shown that women's mindset on marriage is changing because all the benefits go disproportionately to men.
Really?
Married men are
How?
better off than single men. Married women, on the other hand, are not better off than single women.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
That's a good look.
That's a great.
I understand it.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I look at marriage as a business transaction.
That's how it's always.
That's how.
You understand? Like I really do, because I feel like two people can stay together without the paper.
Exactly.
You understand? And I feel like sometimes when that paper gets involved, it changes people. It changes
I agree
changes
with
the
that
couple.
part. I agree with that
Because
part. I agree with that
If
part.
we've been rocking for this long, we never no issues, no nothing, and then somebody has the notion, let's get married. Once we get married, now things have to change.
Right.
We
Like
were fine before
changed?
that.
What changes?
It happens a lot, man.
But they act like
It's
marriage
different.
is
What
It's different for
changes?
different. It's different for different couples.
What changed for you?
That's
I mean,
getting
you know
real.
how to. All right,
Yeah.
well then, yeah.
I mean,
all right.
but I'm gonna just say
did
this.
it change? Did it change for you, Ellie?
Which
and that's
one?
what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say this. It changed.
When you got married,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
did the way?
But it
Hold
didn't change for me.
up. When you got married,
Which one? First, second, and third marriage.
this one,
This one.
yeah,
I'm still the same person I was first and second.
cause you ironed out your shit.
No, I found a better partner.
Got you.
LA,
Got you.
you
Got
don't strike me, but that's you're different. You know what I'm saying? You said it. You haven't changed. Nothing changed, right?
I didn't change as
Right.
a person. No.
at all.
And
First, second, or third
I
marriage, you didn't
now
change?
this.
just
Hopefully,
found-
this is not an ignorant statement, but most men
Legit.
don't change. Most men,
No,
most.
we
I
do-
didn't say all.
We do when tragedy hits. Women change based on their situation. Men change when something tragic happens to us. Every man. If somebody dies close,
I might have to agree with. I might have to agree with you on that, LA.
Women.
That's some LA
women
philosophizing right there.
They expect horrible things to happen. A lot of women do. Men, we don't. We live day to day,
Yeah.
whatever comes. But as soon as somebody we love die,
Mm-hmm.
somebody close to us die, we switch up on the inside.
Yeah.
And that happened to me with my mom. My
Yeah.
mom passed, and I became meaner.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That happened to me too.
Yeah, I became more of
My
a
mom and my dad died, and I think
like,
I became
fuck the
more
world. Yeah.
more militant.
Yeah. Fuck the
Like I
world.
became very much so like I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like none of you people don't mean
Well,
Nothing to me.
nothing to me.
Yeah.
Right.
My kids. Everybody else.
That's
can
the
fuck off.
right. Everybody else can
kids.
fuck off. Yeah.
I pulled my kids in.
Yeah.
close.
But I actually
yeah.
I actually
feel you on
did my
that.
due diligence to kind of like refine that. I didn't want to undo that aggression. I like there's the aggressive parts of me because I feel like it helps me walk through bullshit better. But
Yeah.
I
agree.
didn't want to. I didn't want to undo that. But I kind of like polished it a little bit. But so I definitely.
And I'm grateful that I still have my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't know how it would be if my mom was here.
that's
you know
that's
what I'm
like
saying?
having gold.
I already look.
You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
Trust me, I know, and that's why I'm saying that. Like, you know, yeah,
Right.
I do. I know. So, shout out to everyone that still has their mother, and you know, I just, yeah. I mean, what's So we got. That was one question. That was a great
That was
question. Who sent that question?
That was Janice.
That's right,
Yeah,
Janet.
Janice. Yeah.
Jan-
Sent that.
Janice or Janet?
Negro.
You said Janet.
You said Jenna at first.
I said Janice.
No, because we said
Oh,
Miss Jackson. If you
Run the tape
nasty.
back. You did. You really did. You really did.
Yeah.
I meant to say Janet.
Okay. And he said, see, there he said it again. Come on. Do we have another question? Because we can look, that's a whole show. That
see what
question
I
is
do?
right?
Yeah.
That's a
Who
show.
knows what this person's name is now?
While Trill's looking up the next question, I'm gonna say this, you know, I'm gonna end it off like again. I would never say never. You know what I mean? But that's definitely not in my, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's not in my thought process. That's not in the plans. You know what I mean? But I can never say never. Because
Right.
I did feel that way about somebody again. And I thought, and it's crazy because when I got divorced, I felt in my heart, like you couldn't tell me I would even think about getting married again. You could not tell me that. I'm like, nah.
Now,
You
when
know what I'm
I
saying?
got
It's not
divorced,
because I was bitter against my ex or, you know, oh, we got divorced, so that's why. But no, I really thought about it. And like I said, I looked at it like going through the process. I'm looking at the paperwork. Like it is a business. It's a contract. It's a contract. You understand?
Look, man, this is the reality. She said something in the beginning that's very true. When you try to sum up marriage in today's terms, you're being foolish.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that have changed with people. There are a lot of things that's unfolded with people that are just different and that don't work with the old traditional way that marriage works.
Yes, the old traditional way.
Now, with that being said, marriage is not a farce.
it's a farce in my life. It's a farce.
Now, I'll accept that.
Okay.
May the farce be with
May
you.
the farce be with you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, there are a set amount of people in this world where there's, I don't know the stats on it, you know, whether it's far few between, that actually have the mindset and the wiring
Yep.
to get with another person
I agree.
and actually make that work.
I agree.
And look,
And
the thing is,
and taking back what I said, not taking back, but it is a contract, but at the same time, it's also
we can look at it-
also what you make it.
We can look
Because
at it
let me
as a
tell you something.
contract.
My best friends, but besides Trill is one of my best friends. But my best friends Stan and Sasha, right? They're married. They're happily married. They've been married for years, you know, and that. To me, like looking at them, like that's really the reason I even have hope of like, you know what?
Right.
I might, maybe I will.
How do you know they're happy?
Yeah. I
Right,
knew you was gonna
exactly.
say that. I knew you was gonna say that, and I don't know, but on the surface, it looks good. Yeah, it seems like it. It appears to be that they are happily married, and it looks. I mean, I like that. I like seeing. I support that. Like, trust me, when I say it's a contract,
look,
it
man,
is,
look, man,
but it could be deeper than the contract.
No woman in today's time, and I don't know how old you are. I'm not interested in none of that. But you seem like you are a fast forward woman.
She's younger than her oldest, but go ahead.
Right. No woman in today's time is going with all of the options
I'm
that
sweating
are,
like a hostage. It's hot in here, but go ahead.
with all of the options that are available, are going to adhere to a bunch of traditional. Look, at the end of the day, they want to be. Some of them do have like these thoughts that are not realistic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know this nigga's so shocked to hear me say that shit, but it's true. There are some women out there
He
that
looked at you too. He's like,
there are some women out there with some very unrealistic expectations, and there are some women out
agree.
there with some moderate expectations.
there's some men out there with some unrealistic
I'm
expectations
so
too.
glad you said that, because if I would have said it, then I would have been like,
No.
"You be bashing men."
Nah, there's some men too.
Oh man, you ought to hear some of the shit I be hearing. But the thing is this: everybody is just gonna meet up and see.
Yo,
That's all we got.
I love that. let's
That's all
see.
the fuck we got. We just spent 25 minutes talking about marriage, and none of it actually means anything. Even the stats.
Yeah.
Even the stats he pulled up, that shit means nothing, because you don't know what side of the fence you gonna land on. Because he just said 56% of the motherfuckers don't work, but the other ones do. You see what I'm saying? So you don't know what side of the fence you're gonna land on. All you got is what you know about yourself and what you know about your experiences
Yep.
and what you can read about the next person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
with me,
That's the bottom fucking
Yeah,
line.
that's the bottom
And,
line.
and what we got to quit
Well-
doing is generalizing shit and trying to. And I can't speak like I'm an expert. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marriages, you're not gonna be able to.
Yo,
I don't fucking know. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
let me just say this. As a woman who speaks to women, a lot of women think that marriage is a magic pill. They're so
Oh, man,
into
hell
the
yeah.
fantasy, the wedding, and all that other stuff. They
You
want
know
to
how many
spend all
times
this
that been
money
said on this show?
for one
Right.
day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then reality hits. It's the same nigga that you slept with for the last 10 years. You know, nothing's gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You're married. You signed a piece of paper. You signed a document. But all the problems that you had before, they still gonna be there if you didn't make the corrections. So that's why I say it's a farce, because a lot of people live in fantasy land. They don't live in reality. You like him because he's driving the Benz, but what happens if he loses his job and he don't have that Benz no more? You're not going to be with him? What happens if a person gets sick? Everything's all good when everybody's healthy. But then what if your person can't get it up no more? What if your person can't, work or whatever? What if life happens? And now you don't want to rock with this person no more. So that's why I say that it's a farce.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what if your person can't get it up no more?
He's my person.
Don't be too quick to walk away.
You
Dance with me.
I just feel like, for me, if I rock with you, I rock with you. It's not all
You
about
ain't rocking with him if he can't get it up.
Why not? I got a lot of memories to.
Let me tell you something. Or
I've never played with a toy.
Well, here's the deal. Yo, live how you want to live. You understand? So what if you can't? What if your partner can't? What if you come to an agreement within each other's arrangement? Hold up,
Curtis.
this is real shit.
I meant karma.
What if y'all come to an agreement
Karma.
and
Doneness.
and she says, "Look, I have physical needs. That don't if I'm satisfying these needs, are you in agreement with me going out
Listen,
satisfying
man,
these
LA.
needs? As long as you know the person I'm with, as long as you blah blah blah, and we're in agreement." Are
That's
you
bullshit.
And that's not
I
bullshit.
have-
It's because
No,
it
nobody's
happens.
gonna fucking
because
do that, man.
What? I know people who are doing that.
There,
I know a couple that is doing that.
Lady V and D Black.
Trill.
They're a couple. They
Don't
do
be.
it here
Don't
in
be.
Atlanta.
Come on, man. Come on, Trill. Oh,
Three clubs in Atlanta where people go swing with their partner.
and
Wait. I must have missed something that you said. I didn't hear that part. You talking about if you can't get it up?
I'm not
then let
even
them
talking
go?
about swinging. Well, I guess that is that swinging.
Pretty much what it is, because he gonna watch. Most dudes gonna watch.
If you can't get
That
it up,
don't
you gonna just let
necessarily mean
somebody,
he
you
gonna
let
watch.
somebody else bang your wife?
I've known people.
Me?
I
I'm
know.
not saying me.
If you can't get it up, you gonna let somebody else bang your
I
wife?
did not say me.
If you can't
And
get it up,
first
you
of
gonna let
all,
somebody bang your
For
wife?
the record, I ain't gonna say.
Nigga said, "What you mean I can't get it up?"
That's what I'm saying.
100% Mandingo.
I didn't ask you nothing about that
I was
shit,
gonna say,
man.
for the record, I can get it. It ain't. It
I
ain't.
feel like every man
And
in
I
this
got
room
look, and I
can
got
get it
about
up.
25 more years.
Wait. All right. So hypothetically, I didn't ask you about that.
Don't even hypothetical that.
This motherfucker.
Look, a lot of testosterone. There's a lot of testosterone in the room
No,
right now.
We got a minute
Look,
and 16 seconds. Let's speed this up. These motherfuckers, boy. Y'all motherfuckers do not like real.
Nah. On a serious note, Trill. Yes, there are couples that do that.
Hey man, I didn't ask you that.
Yeah, well,
You're not talking to somebody with low self-esteem, dog. Answer the question.
What's the question?
Yo, if you cannot get it up, are you gonna let somebody else bang your wife?
Personally, me, Curtis Karma, nah, I'm not.
All right, me neither.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find a way to get it up.
but we're not the only there's couples that do.
Yeah.
There's husband and wives that do, right?
There's husbands and wives that do.
I didn't get that reference.
Tiff,
Nah.
going
That's
back
not
because
getting it
he likes to go there.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. Every situation is different, and that's the reason I even brought that up. You know what I mean? Every situation is different. You do have couples that will allow certain things in marriages. Marriage is what you make it, man.
Negro.
And relationships too. It don't gotta be marriage.
There's a lot of people in marriages where they're sharing anyway.
You right.
I don't gotta be right.
I'm not trying to pacify the situation. I just had to check myself.
Okay.
I was just more upset with the fact that people actually have to curve themselves just to fit in these little slots and shit.
Bro, people do that.
Just admitted to it.
I know, but people do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They do it all the time.
All right. So do you know about I'm gonna let you finish?
I'm gonna let you finish.
It's a segment on this show.
Okay.
Look, coming off of the conversation we just had, she thinking something else. She's like, I'm gonna let you finish. What you mean I'm gonna let you finish? What you mean I'm gonna let you?
She been blinking and he said out. She wanted to finish.
All right.
Knock
that out.
True.
They stand in there.
God. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yo, LA, you the best, man. You the best.
Worst.
He the best and the worst.
Worst. That nigga the
LA,
worst.
You the greatest,
I can't think
man.
of nothing
You the
worse than
greatest.
this nigga right now, yo.
We got the greatest producer
Ma'am.
in the history of podcasts.
I'm gonna let you finish is a segment on this show where we take two entities and compare them.
Okay.
Like Walmart and Target, or
Burger King
Church's Chicken and
or McDonald's.
Kentucky. Right.
Or Nike or Adidas.
Right. So
And then,
somebody brings up, I'm gonna let you, somebody
so
bring
here
up
it
two.
is. If he disagrees with me,
I'm gonna say,
because I'm going to say, okay, Nike or Adidas. I'm rocking with Nike. If he disagrees with me, he said, I'm going to let you finish. But, yo, Adidas, there's no way Nike can fuck with Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. So that's the segment. So we two entities or two, you explained it better than I can explain it.
Right.
But
so my I'm gonna let you finish is Miami or Vegas.
Mm.
It's warming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually, me and your girl was talking about, me and Sean was talking about going somewhere.
Miami. Well, it depends.
Hey, Miami.
Depends. It depends.
Oh my.
Wait, it depends. So we're talking for vacation? You're talking for vacation?
Quick 5 days.
5 days?
4 or 5.
I'd say Vegas.
I like gambling, so I like slots, and I ain't really gambling. That's gambling, but it ain't gambling.
I just feel
So
like
I think Vegas. Yeah, you know what?
Vegas
Damn.
don't get old after the 3rd day.
Yeah, you said 5 days.
If you're
Right.
if you're just
I'd
on
have
the
been
strip,
huh?
if you're just on the strip, maybe. But there's a lot of elements to Vegas.
Tell me about it.
I have friends that live there, and it's a beautiful place. A lot of people focus on the strip,
You
but
said
the old
Miami or
downtown
Vegas?
is nice. You can go climb a mountain. You can go to beautiful parks. People live in nice What?
You can die in the desert.
You can die in
That
the
too.
desert.
Right across from the strip, but the desert.
Right. I got sunburn.
You can get shot
I was
in a
there on the
concert.
hottest day last year when it was 130 something degrees.
Mm.
It was terrible, but I love it. Beautiful.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, in Vegas you can get a free prostitute?
They let you sample.
Oh,
They let
she
you
ain't gonna be
sample.
with that though.
Yeah, it's legal.
It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal.
Illegal.
Um.
Somebody knock me down.
So who's that knocking at my window? So we live with the Uncivil War podcast. We got a guest, unannounced guest.
We too loud.
You gotta fill it in and scream out.
So we're gonna have to start using the now recording sign outside the door because we just had an interruption. Our neighbor came over asking for a Phillips head screwdriver. We're going, and I know LA, he's going to keep all of this. LA is going to keep it all. Look, this is what LA does. He keeps, while LA is doing this, Vegas, because I gamble. So, I'm going to let you finish.
Like relaxing. I'm saying like, I feel like relax. Not now. I'm saying like, I feel like relaxing when I go. I don't think.
Please do. What do you mean you feel like?
I need to relax.
What is a vacation for?
I mean, especially me though. I
thought that was for relaxing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? And I'm gonna hit you with. I'm gonna let you. I hope you have one. I'm gonna hit you with one. I got one. Never mind. Yes, I got one because of that T-shirt you got on. But go ahead. Oh, do you have? I'm gonna let you finish. She got one. She's thinking.
Beach or skiing?
Beach. Beach.
Not bad at all.
Beach.
I'm gonna have to say skiing.
I'm a Cancer. I like water
because I've never been. I just want, like, if you're gonna bring it up right now, I want to do the one thing I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've never been skiing, so I can't really answer that honestly.
And being from Syracuse, New York, people do it all the time, but I've never done it. I don't want to do it, but I do want to sit in the cabin with a hot cocoa.
Shout out to Syracuse, New York, too.
Yes.
And why till I D-I-E.
All right.
D-I-E-E.
All right.
Even though, it ain't Syracuse for me. Strawtown, Rockland.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead. So I'm gonna let you finish is so look, I love the T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So Sesame Street or Electric Company?
Sesame Street.
Electric Company.
I thought like Electric Company raised like all the weirdos.
I'm a weirdo.
But you was actually.
There's nothing wrong with
you're
being
wearing
a weirdo.
a Sesame Street T-shirt.
So
Right.
check this out. I say Sesame Street. And remember, we had this conversation before we got on. They tried to cancel Big Bird.
Why?
Yes.
They remember? You don't remember?
Mm-hmm.
They
what
tried
was
to cancel
I saw
Big
some shit,
Bird.
but when I see shit like that, I just
You
walk through
can't
it.
cancel
The
Big
Big
Bird.
Bird.
What was it about?
Come on, man.
What was it about?
I don't remember.
Me either. But who's your favorite
Our viewers.
character?
Damn, man, LA just went to go.
I used to love, as a kid, I used to love the Cookie Monster.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older, I like Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch is my favorite
My favorite is
of all
Slimy.
times.
Ooh,
The worm.
The worm.
The Oscar's worm. Because he didn't come on that often.
Yo,
So you was happy to
you're an
see him.
introvert, aren't you?
I am.
On the low.
I am.
Yeah, that's why.
I am.
She was who?
Nigga, she interrupted my show.
So,
She know me?
She said y'all slept together.
What?
Boy, stop.
yo, you see, this is the
I
kind
never
of show
slept
you
with
on right now.
nobody from
Okay.
Perry
But yeah,
Homes.
Big Bird, they tried to cancel my man.
Yeah.
Can't do that, man. Yo, like I
LA,
said,
can
there'll
you
be
find
no
out why they tried
Sesame
to cancel
Street
Big
without
Bird?
Big Bird. Remember they tried to cancel Flavor Flav from Public Enemy?
Yeah, you just
You can't have Public Enemy without Flavor.
Yeah.
Just like you can't have Sesame Street without Big Bird.
Negro, what is your I'ma let you finish?
That was it.
That was
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. Well then
Roses. We gotta hit Roses real quick. Now explain Roses to her, please. You
Roses
can
is-
explain it better.
Roses is a segment
I
in the
got water
show
in my cup, by the way. I don't
where
know what
we
he got in
do-
his cup.
we give flowers to somebody that we admire, but they are alive. Instead of giving them to them when they die. You know how that happens. When somebody dies, it's like, oh, so-and-so was awesome, blah, blah, blah. We give you your roses while you
Like
are
we don't
alive.
gave roses to Samuel Jackson, Ava. Did I give Ava DuVernay? Ava DuVernay. Different people, you know. Yeah. Regina King. So, I'm gonna let you go first.
Bobby Brown.
Hey, every little step.
I have loved Bobby Brown since the first time I heard New Edition back in Dr. Weeks Elementary School. So, you know, I fuck with Bobby.
You know
for real.
Bobby Brown gonna be the last member of New Edition to die, right? That nigga is made out of
Bobby!
metal. That nigga can
King of
take.
Pop.
That
King of-
nigga
King
is
of
made
R&B.
out of fucking metal, dog.
King R&B.
I like Bobby Brown. Bobby
Yeah.
Brown was the attitude. I love Bobby Brown. I
Me
fuck with
too.
Bobby too. Yeah,
He was a rebel.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? He
I
was a
love his
rebel.
attitude.
He was a rebel. Salute Bobby. You know what I mean? I actually, the biop they did on Bobby, I thought was pretty dope. You
Yeah.
know, the New Edition biop. Not to get off subject, it's still kind of on subject. It was, to me, was fire. That
Oh, yeah.
what was it, a 3-day, 6-day, whatever? They did that biop on them. I'll watch that shit again today.
But shout
still
out to
watch
Bobby because he lost the love of his life and his daughter.
Yo, Bobby's the last man standing. bro.
are you
Yeah.
crazy? For
His
real?
daughter, his ex,
His
like
son,
His
his
son.
son.
his son,
his son.
Bobby Jr.
Yo, it's
Damn.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
How
out
you
to
still
Bobby.
like on your feet after
Right.
that shit?
Right.
Shout out to Bobby.
Salute.
Yeah.
And shout out to New Edition for always embracing Bobby. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, yo, other groups would have been like, yo, fuck that.
But the
Yeah.
thing is,
Right.
but the thing is,
They constantly forgive him.
Yeah.
He forgives himself. And
Yeah.
not saying they perfect.
Bobby
You know what I'm
Brown
saying?
was
I say
the
they forgive
R&B
him.
DMX,
Look,
dog.
I'm
can I just say something, please, about, because Bobby was the fall guy. You know, they always pick
Yeah,
the
no
fall guy
doubt.
because the thing is,
That nigga was crazy
Everybody
too,
was
though.
doing
cuz.
drugs.
Let's cut this shit, yo.
everybody was doing
Yeah.
drugs. Everybody was knocking people
but come
up.
on, but Bobby
he
Brown was the
he
wildest
the
one, though.
Right,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is he
'Cause
was
even
the
Ricky was-
sacrificial lamb.
I
He
was
was a
shocked.
big,
I was
right.
shocked that he was doing drugs.
They not. Them niggas.
He
not
was the
church.
sacrificial lamb. He took
Yeah.
it. He took it all. Even when he was with Whitney and they was calling him, you know, blaming him for all her troubles and stuff
He
like that.
was.
He ate that. You know what I'm saying? He ate it.
He ate a lot.
And
he ate
you
a
know,
lot of shit
so
from a lot of
he
different
gets
people. So
he gets the roses from me.
salute Bobby.
Yes.
Salute Bobby Brown.
Who your roses?
I didn't have roses, but now that
You
you
never
said-
had roses. Your roses, you ain't have. Only time you have roses is if something happened with you. You better start having some roses, man. The last time we come to this motherfucker, you ain't got no roses. Now I got roses.
Yo,
Hey man, you ain't got no roses. You ain't got no yo. So this is the thing. My roses is this. Y'all ready?
hmm
Mike Epps.
Okay, that's a good one.
okay.
Man,
I like
let me-
Mike
man,
Epps.
I'm finna tell you why.
Please do.
I watched his last special and I was like, oh, this shit was funny. And I watched the one before
The
that.
one before that was funnier. but
Yeah,
go
it was
ahead.
funnier. That shit was insane.
Go ahead.
The one before that was crazy funny. So I started. The last one made me like want to dig into his, Let me tell you
His
something, man.
career. Mm-hmm.
And LA can account for this. He can account for this. When we was in high school, they had special education students, and they kept them on the bottom floor. When we went to school, all the children that had the wherewithal to function in a way that was seen presentable, they actually went, to classes, the lunch at a certain time. They functioned with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they made the special education children function separately from them,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Because how do they get acclimated with life if they can't function around real
I'm
people?
feeling what you're saying. So go ahead.
So Mike Epps was
Yep. Because the shit he's saying, his stand-up is real life.
It's real
That's what I
life.
love about
I
comedians.
have
Like
his
they
book.
telling
I
their
have
real
his
life.
audio book and I listen to it.
Man,
It's
let me
real
tell
deep.
you something. If you can, bruh, on a day-to-day, we try to figure it out. Me, you, LA, all us. We all, what can I do? How can I be better? Blah, blah, blah. This man figured that shit out starting from behind us.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We were actually the kids that functioned on the second and third level. With everybody else, and he functioned on the first,
Mm-hmm.
and went from the first to the fifth.
Yo,
You gotta respect that
he
shit,
went
man.
beyond that shit.
And he
Yeah.
is funny as fuck.
He is. And I'm going to say this. Hold
Hey
up.
man, fuck
I'ma
that
say-
shit.
oh,
Fuck that
wait.
shit. He funny
I'ma
as fuck
say
to me.
this.
I'm gonna
He
say it
is.
like that. He funny
I
as hell
feel
to
like
me.
that, but
Yeah.
I feel like earlier, I didn't feel like he was as funny earlier. His stand-up.
But,
I'm saying his stand-up.
Let me say this.
When
Let me
he-
say
when
this
he
though.
did Friday-
Even if he wasn't that
when
funny,
he did
if he's not,
Friday-
even if he's
hold
not
up.
that funny,
I know, but let me
Look what he
get my shit
did.
off. Let me get my shit off. I'm saying Friday.
this is. I'm gonna let you finish, right?
Right. I'm gonna let
Right.
you finish.
All right.
But
This roses though.
Friday, yeah, that's true. His Friday, I was like, yo, he was crazy funny to me in Friday. And I hope they do a last Friday or whatever, another Friday or whatever. But his stand-up then, I was like, he all right. Cause he ran with a circle of other comedians too during that time.
I like.
I don't know if you knew.
He's funnier than a lot of
Because he was
motherfuckers
in that
to me.
circle with Dave Chappelle and what's the girl's name that's on Chappelle's show? What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Anyway, there was a circle of comedians. They all were related. You know, Dave Chappelle was they called him Pilot Boy because he had like 1 million pilots. But Mike Epps was in that circle. Nobody thought he was funny. Okay,
Who are your top 5 comedians?
my top 5: Eddie Murphy,
He's
Richard
not funny
Pryor.
now. He's dead.
Dead or alive, or
Yeah,
alive?
keep going. Keep going.
Dead or alive, or
Eddie
alive?
Murphy's not funny, and Richard Pryor's dead. Number 3.
All right. Well, you asking me my top 5?
I'm asking you.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Richard Pryor. Dave Chappelle.
He's funny.
Now after that it gets tricky.
All right.
Martin Lawrence.
Not funny. Now. He was.
I do
He
like.
was.
Not now.
So I do like Cat, and I do like.
Cat is always gonna be funny.
And I do like. So Cat.
And
So that's
you
4.
ain't even got 5.
I really don't, because I'm really hard on.
So this is
comedians.
how I see it. Cat Williams is number 1. Mike,
And I didn't put that in order, by the way.
I am just for the sake of time.
But to me, Eddie Murphy is like.
Because we got to get out of here.
It's one of the
LA,
greatest.
no.
He's the Michael Jordan comedians to me.
Cat Williams is number 1. Deion Cole is number 3.
Oh wow!
And Mike Epps is number 2. Just for the
Wow.
and we cutting the shit though, because to me
What's in your cup?
the little dark skinned one, what's his name?
Kevin Hart?
Not funny.
Not at all.
Was it just black comedians? Or did you say comedians? Black names for white comedians.
Yo,
Jim Gaffigan.
now
is
if you
funny
talking
as
about
fuck.
white comedians,
Jim Gaffigan is super funny. Super funny. Keep going.
Bill Burr is
Super
funny
funny.
as fuck. He is the white Dave Chappelle to me.
So stupid funny. I was just listening
So
to him
that's my
today on
number
the
5. Is Bill Burr.
But
That's my number 5.
I think Mike Epps is in my top 3. Mike Epps, yo,
I don't think he's in my top. He's not in my top 5.
I'm saying mine. If you see
asked
this
me,
Mike
though.
Epps, come be
You
on
asked
this
me.
show, man. Come join these niggas,
I
man.
like
These
Epps, but he ain't in my top 5.
see this Mike Epps,
You gonna fuck around and get your feelings hurt?
Yo, and I'm gonna put living.
that nigga
Dave
gonna come in
Chappelle
here
is
and
number
join all
1 to
y'all
me.
niggas out.
Living, but that's my type of comedy. Dave Chappelle's number 1 to me.
Mike Epps, if you see this
Eddie
shit, I
Murphy
know you
to
the
me,
type of dude that'll
because it's
come on a
not-
show
I'm not
like
just
this,
talking
dog.
stand-up.
Come and
I'm
sit with
talking
us, man.
his career. Eddie Murphy
Eddie
to
Murphy
me,
ain't funny
to
worth
me,
a fuck.
He did some stuff. I
To
saw on
me,
YouTube a couple weeks ago.
the greatest. The
Man,
greatest.
y'all
The
just
greatest.
saying that shit
he's
because
the
of-
MJ. He's the MJ of comedians.
MJ don't play basketball
He's
no
the
more.
MJ of comedians, right? And Eddie Murphy don't tell stand
Nobody
up
cares what MJ does now. He just sells shoes.
Yeah, they do care. They care because they still buying the shoes.
All right. What's
Right.
your what is we wrapping it up? What's your IG so the people can go
It
check you
is
out?
Tiffany Real CEO.
Real, not the
TIFF.
fake. Sorry,
That's
go
right.
ahead.
Tiffany Real, not Tiffany Bootleg. TIFFANIREALCEO.
You got Facebook,
Yes, Tiffany Real.
you got TikTok,
Tiffany Real. I think.
you got Twitter,
Tiffany Real.
you got Tumblr.
Tiffany Real.
All right.
Mm,
All right.
mm.
Yes.
Yo, anyway, so check this out. He always started, always ended. Hey, look, we appreciate you coming.
Thank you for
All right.
coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah.
Thank you,
you're
everybody,
welcome.
for
tuning
Really
in.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
And this was the Uncivil War Podcast.
We're gonna see you again next week sometime. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You know how we do that.
We're always gonna be back.
Don't act funny with us if we skip a week.
Bye.